government officials, former national leaders, former senior government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, religious and civic leaders, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Zambia went to the polls on 12th of August 2021 to elect the President of the Republic of Zambia, members of Parliament and local government representatives. Therefore, we are gathered here this morning to witness the inauguration ceremony of Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, President-elect of the Republic of Zambia, and Mrs. Mutale W.K. Nalumango, Vice President-elect of the Republic of Zambia. I am Brigadier General Apostle Vincent Mwenya, Chaplain General at Ministry of Defense, to be your Director of Ceremony, and co-directed with Mr. Paddy Mugando from Radio Phoenix. To commence this momentous and historic occasion, allow me to invite the Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Simon Kamwendo Miti, who in turn will invite the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Michael Msonda, State Counsel, for the swearing-in proceedings. The Secretary to the Cabinet, sir.
Inauguration Ceremony, 24th August 2021, National Heroes Stadium, Lusaka. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. As we begin our proceedings today, permit me to recognize the faith that our great people have in God the Almighty, who has made this day possible. Welcome, our dear guests, to this great and blessed nation of Zambia. As it is said in our Zambia national anthem, Zambia, land of work and joy, like our noble eagle in its flight, all one, strong and free. Indeed, Zambia remains a beacon of peace. In the words of the psalmist, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people whom he has chosen for the Lord, the people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. Your Excellencies, the President-elect, we have good reasons as Zambians to be grateful to God that even with the COVID-19 pandemic that has ravaged the entire globe, we turned out in large numbers on the 12th of August 2021 to elect our leaders. Indeed, with the help of God, and according to Article 46 of the Zambian Constitution, Zambians have spoken through their votes, and they've spoken very loud and clear. It is through the voices of our peace-loving Zambians that today we are here to witness yet another inauguration ceremony. Today, our President-elect, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, and the Vice President-elect, Mrs. Mutale W.K. Nalumango, will be sworn into office by the Acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia. It is only appropriate for us to extend our heartfelt congratulations to the President-elect and the Vice President-elect on your victory. I also wish to extend our congratulations to every Zambian of every religious and political affiliation that participated in the last general elections at all levels, that is presidential, parliamentary, and local government. Your participation was a good sign of our growing democracy in Zambia. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the defining moment we all have been waiting for is now upon us. May I now call upon the Acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Justice Michael Msonda, State Counsel, to commence the proceedings of the inauguration. Your Lordship, the Acting Chief Justice.
Pursuant to Article 47, 101, and 103 of the Constitution of the Republic of Zambia, and whereas Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA was in the same election duly elected as President of the Republic of Zambia. Now, therefore, the Honorable Acting for the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Justice Michael Msonda, State Counsel, invites the President-elect, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, to step forward and take his oath of office before the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, the President-elect, sir.
I, HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, having been constitutionally elected to the office of the President of the Republic of Zambia, do swear that I will faithfully and diligently discharge my duties and perform the functions in this high office, that I will uphold and maintain the Constitution and the laws of Zambia, and that I will dedicate my abilities to the service and welfare of the people of Zambia without fear, favor, or ill will. So help me God.
Has now signed going into an agreement with the people of Zambia. Part of the swearing-in process, as can be seen, is just from making the oath of president here at the National Fuel Stadium with so much celebration right in front of tens of thousands of people here present and millions more that are watching on Diamond TV from their homes.
What a time to be alive, to witness this man who lost elections 5 times. Some people were very skeptical, a lot of people, but when you see what is happening now, I think, Jonah, is also, it says a lot about patience, right? Patience is a virtue, so you think that one would give up after losing so many times, but this time that he's been waiting for so long, is finally here. Mr. HICHILEMA, the president, Republican president of the Republic of Zambia, 7th Republican president, really indeed history in the making. There was, people have been wondering, is he going to, have those doves and make them so they can fly away? There's been so much speculation, but I'm thinking that this time around, we'll see the doves. Let's just listen to this.
We're swearing in table to officially hand over the instruments of power to the President, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, the 7th President of the Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force. Your Excellency, sir.
May the drums roll. Drums, 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 drums roll.
First time that's officially being said today as we witness such a historical moment.
together with Mrs. HAKAINDE as Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, now therefore, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Justice Michael of the State Council, invites the Vice President-elect, Mrs. to step forward and take her oath of office before the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Madam Vice President.
Vice President, do swear that I will well and diligently discharge my duties and perform my functions under the Constitution of Zambia, that I will not directly or indirectly reveal or transmit any such information or matter as shall be brought under my consideration or shall be made known to me by reason of my office, except as may be required in the discharge of my duties as such or with the authority of the President. And I will, to the best of my ability, at all times when so required, give my counsel and advice to the President for the good management of the public affairs of the Republic of Zambia. So help me God.
The Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Mrs. HICHILEMA, now has finally taken oath to be Vice President of the Republic of Zambia. We know that she was running late to the President now, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, and she's now taken oath to lead the country as the country's voted Vice President, because the Constitution does provide that a Vice President must be voted into office.
It's also good to note that, this is the second time Zambia is having a female vice president. And I think it speaks a lot about, sort of a leadership balance. I think it's good that we have, as a country, maintained a female vice president. The people there are just cheering on as they witness Mrs. Nalumango, who just penned her signature on those papers to be the vice president of this country after HAKAINDE HICHILEMA was elected as president on the 12th of August 2021.
This was a presidential election that was predicted to be a tight contest between now President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA and the former President Edgar Lungu. These presidential, National Assembly and local elections were mostly fought around the economy. As you may be aware, Zambia's expected GDP growth for this year, 2021, at 0.6%, after a 3.5% contraction last year, among the worst on the continent. And now President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA came in with a song singing that
I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution as by law established. So help me God.
What an election this has been, what a period it has been. President Edgar Lungu in 2016, having been re-elected with just getting beyond the threshold of 50% with about 13,000 votes and only 27,000 more votes in 2015 general election. And the Patriotic Front won that election in 2015 and 2016, but not the case in the 2021 general election, with the winner of this election having over 59% of the vote, who has now been inaugurated as the president of this country, the 7th president of the country, after the outcome was announced last Monday, in the early hours of Monday. What a time to be alive, what a day to witness. And well, this is not the first time that we're seeing a president being inaugurated by a person other than the Chief Justice. President Edgar Lungu was not inaugurated by the Chief Justice in 2016, but now we see President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA being inaugurated by the acting Chief Justice, which is as per precondition within the Constitution, in the absence of the Chief Justice, who we know passed on early in the first few weeks of campaign here in Zambia, Chief Justice Irene Mambilima, and now the President and the Vice President being sworn in by the acting Chief Justice.
Right, and as he was, talking about coming into power and some of the things that he will do with his government, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA said that he will provide quality leadership with a difference, with a focus on service to the nation and not to benefits to self. All right, and he talks about, servant leadership. He's been talking about how these leaders that were elected in the last 2021 general elections to be servants for the people and not masters. Mr. Hichilema also says he will ensure racial harmony in society, promoting unity and embracing all regions and tribal groupings as the nation belongs to all who are in it. He also wants to make sure that this government practices clean politics that are based on issues that affect citizens rather than personalities, insults, and falsehood. He's very strong on promoting professionalism, integrity, and ethical conduct in public office. Very, very, they've got a lot of promises that they've made and quite have their work cut out for them in terms of, executing some of these things that are in the UP and the manifesto.
Secretary to the Cabinet now introducing to the people of this country the President and Vice President going forward of this country. Obviously, the President now will have to observe and pass through the guard of honor that is here, and that will be the first time that he's doing it as President of the Republic of Zambia.
To receive his inaugural presidential salute as Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Force, Mr. President, sir.
Guard of honor! President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA standing for the first time before the people of Zambia as the Commander-in-Chief.
election.
President of the
But,
Republic
doves
of
were set
Zambia
free in the air. But,
and
the last time that we
Commander
witnessed
in
this,
Chief
the
of the
doves
Defense
sort of
Force,
did not want to fly. And people would like to
inaugurated
see that.
parade
There is a story, John
mounted by
Hakainde,
two
that those,
infantry
there are actually
battalions
buses around this
of
place.
one
So
infantry brigade of the
those
Zambian
doves
Army.
are
Oh,
scared to
President
fly because
and
the moment they get up there, they may get eaten by the vultures. That is a true story. So I'm expecting, or rather anticipating that the president will let balloons free instead of those doves at the end of this ceremony. But of course, that waits to be seen as we are still here witnessing the inauguration of President HICHILEMA. He has been handed over the instruments of power.
Your
President
Excellency,
Edgar Lungu has honored his word and has done so peacefully. He said he would offer a peaceful transition into this handing over of instruments of power.
He will now inspect the guard of honor, the president, Mr. HAKAINDE. A 21-gun salute you just heard, which is a salute of the most commonly recognized customary gun salutes that are performed by firing cannons in military honor. Now, the president of the Republic of Zambia inspects this guard of honor.
Mr. President, your inspection is over. Permission to carry on, Mr. President. So.
Your Excellency, shall we be upstanding? Shall we be upstanding?
The President of the Republic of Zambia, President HAKAINDE, has inspected the guard of honor for the first time. at the National Heroes Stadium. What has been written down in the books of history, and we'll come back to tell this story a few years from now on how the six-time contender finally became president, winning by a landslide. We can see from here that some more people trickling in here at the National Hero Stadium. The empty chairs that were here were reserved for special invites, but some of these people, I presume, did not show up. And yet there's thousands of people outside, and it seems the gates have finally been opened. The people are walking in, filling the National Hero Stadium full to capacity. And the only thought that you think of is how there's more people outside just waiting to come inside, but there's nowhere to be now because this stadium is full.
It's full to capacity, Jonah, and we got here before 6 this morning. It's like some people actually slept here to be able to, get the best seats and just have the best view. So by 7 hours this morning, half the stadium was already filled up, and people were, anticipating what a day this would be. It's been a good day, a day that's been written down in history. I'm sure Jonah one day will also be able to tell your children and great-grandchildren of how this day was. Why are you laughing?
I thought you were saying, I'm sure Jonah one day you'll be walking past this guard of honor as president.
You'll be able to tell them about this and other things that you'll
and other things that I'll be doing. But one thing that is interesting about this day also, Francesca, is the fact that we saw the former president walking in with his daughter as opposed to his wife, the former first lady. And obviously questions on how, why she's not the one that walked in with him. But his daughter, he must be very proud. She's made it as his successor in Chawama after she won the election there as Member of Parliament, a constituency that he led up until his election to the top job in the country as President of the Republic of Zambia.
Yes, that is something obviously that can console him now. Of course, he lost the election and it was not expected by the Patriotic Front, as we've seen and heard from most of the members, even from the president, the former president now, Edgar Lungu himself. But the fact that his daughter has now taken over, his mantle, which he was MP in Chawama constituency some time back, I think it's a good thing. And obviously he'll be able to mentor her in terms of how, things are done when it comes to, making maybe debates in Parliament and all those. Of course, she was ward councillor before, so this is a role that she must be ready for. And it remains to see, how things are going to pan out.
The Guard of Honor is dispatching from the National Hero Stadium, and the crowd is electric as they see these army men and, security wings marching away here at the National Hero Stadium. What a beauty to watch. They always are, these men in uniform, because of how strict they are to detail. Not one mistake you will spot. You will keep a close eye, but they always are on point, and this is what makes such events such a beauty to attend.
Your Excellency, shall we be upstanding? May I request the President, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, the President of the Republic of Zambia, to return to his seat. Mr. President, sir. Your Excellencies, we may be seated. Mr. President, we are now going to have a short interlude of music. Pick it up. Combined Defense and Security Choir for an interlude of music. Quickly.
HICHILEMA chitila wikala batalala kuinga batalalika wikala te tulundi madiba imwe nakane basase madimwe umulukane Zambia lusika lusulu la mali luhanile luhanile
Thank you, Defense and Security Choir. Thank you. In the interest of time, Mr. President, allow me at this moment in time to call upon the Secretary to the Cabinet to invite the Republican President to deliver his inaugural speech. The Secretary to Cabinet, sir.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite the 7th President of the Republic of Zambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, to address the gathering and the nation at large. Your Excellency, Mr. President, sir.
Your Excellencies, the 6th President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. and the former First Lady, Mrs. Lungu, Your Excellencies, visiting heads of state and government, Your Excellencies, special representatives of heads of state and government, Your Excellency, the 4th President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Pierre Banda and Mrs. Stanley Banda, and all the former presidents of respective countries that are present here today. Your Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Mrs. Mutale W.K. Nalumanga. Your Honor, the immediate past Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Madam Inonge Mutukwa Wina, and other former Vice Presidents that are present here. Your Lordship, the Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Michael Msonde, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Justice Dr. Patrick Matwin, the Chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, Honorable Judge Isau Churu, the Secretary to the Cabinet, Dr. Simon Kennedy, Your Worship, the Mayor of the Greater City of Lusaka, MS Chilando Chitangala, and other civic leaders that are present here, newly elected members of Parliament, my lords and lordships, the judges of the Supreme Court, judges of the Constitutional Court, Court of Appeal, and indeed High Court, leaders from the United Party for National Development, UPND Alliance, leaders of political parties that are present, local and international election observers, permanent secretaries, and other senior government officials, Your Excellencies, ambassadors, high commissioners, accredited to the Republic of Zambia, Your Royal Highnesses, members of the clergy, members of the press, fellow Zambians, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Shall I say, fellow Zambians, before we proceed, I request that we take a moment of silence in honor of eminent citizens who passed on this year. And in particular, we lost our founding father and first president of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Kenneth David Kaunda, and the first female Chief Justice, Madam Irene Mambirina. I also recognize all those that have passed on during this period. I suggest we take a pause for a minute to remember KK, Super K, and others. Thank you very much. May their souls rest in eternal peace. My fellow Zambians, 23 years ago, a visionary by the name of Anderson Gambela Mazoka Mwanamugoto, together with his colleagues, founded the United Party for National Development, UPND. It was a party founded on the promise of a better Zambia. A Zambia which is united, a Zambia which is prosperous, a Zambia that guarantees basic needs for all our citizens without exception. A Zambia in which the fundamental human rights and property of citizens are protected at all times. Today, we begin our journey towards realizing this dream of that time, which has lived on to now and into the future, I believe. I stand before you today, humbled and filled with gratitude for your trust in a simple village boy who you have made the 7th President of the Republic of Zambia. Thank you so much to all of you Zambians. This victory is not mine, but for all the citizens of our great country, especially the youth who turned out to vote in great numbers with great energy. I shall repeat that. This victory is not mine, but it is for all you, the citizens of our great country, especially the youth of Zambia, who turned out to vote in great numbers with great energy and passion and made this day possible. Thank you to the youth of Zambia. We showed the world, the whole world, the resilience of our democracy, and we reaffirmed affirm that power belongs to the people of Zambia, not who are elected to serve the people, but the power is reposited in the people of Zambia, not anyone else. And you decide who you want to lead. You, the people of Zambia, resoundingly spoke with your vote, and I thank you from the depth of my heart. The people decided it was time for change, and today we can boldly say change is here. The road ahead will not be without challenges, but with a clear vision and a plan, which we have, and the relentless determination, we shall overcome and deliver on the aspirations of our people, all of our people. To the jobless youth, a new dawn is here, where you will be skilled and you will find opportunity to work or do business in an economy that will be revived vigorously very soon ahead of us. Very, very soon ahead of us. To the mothers struggling with the high cost of food, a lower cost of living will soon be a reality to all your family members. To the entrepreneur seeking capital, an investor, and a better operating.
Turning it off, but it was too noisy.
That understands your challenge and knows exactly what you need in order to thrive. Very important, extremely important. It is, to all our citizens of Zambia, truly your moment. Fellow citizens, you have been trusted the UPND and its alliance partners with the responsibility of serving you and running the affairs of this nation with your interest at heart all the time. All the time. We do not take this responsibility lightly. We will truly be your servants, and you, the people, our masters. That's our promise to you. That's our promise to you. As your president, as your servant, I will ensure that we deliver on our promises. Absolutely. Absolutely. We said Barry and the team will fix our economy, but we will do more than just fixing the economy. We will grow our economy so we can lift more people out of poverty than ever before. We will promote unity and diversity and ensure respect for fundamental human rights, liberties, and indeed freedom for all our people. We will restore the rule of law, general order in our public places and communities, and return our country back to normalcy. Read my lips